So we're going to practice that right now. We're going to do a meditation that's based on this psalm and this idea of the inner dialogue. And for this exercise, you might want to get a pen and a piece of paper. And so you can pause the video or the audio right now, and you can go get those things. I would encourage you to do that. And I'm going to ask you the same question twice, all right? Or I'm going to invite you to ask the same question twice. And so the first thing I want you to think about right now is I'm going to ask you this question: what do you need to do this week? What do you need to do this week? And I want you to just take a moment, and again, you can pause the video and just make a list on your paper or in your mind of what you need to do this week. Now, I imagine a lot of you came up with a list of tasks. I know mine is a long list of tasks that I need to do this week, especially because we're moving houses, not moving churches, but moving houses. So my list of tasks is long this week. And that's probably what came to mind when I asked you, what do you need to do this week? But now, I want you to ask your soul, right? Okay, so that deepest part of you. I want you to ask your soul, what do you need to do this week? Now I imagine you're going to have a very different list or a very different kind of conversation right now. And so again, pause the video, just take a few moments and listen to your soul as you ask your soul, what do you need to do this week? Was there a difference in those conversations or in those lists? What did your soul tell you about what you need this week? That's the inner dialogue. All right, we're going to try this again with a different question. You can write it down though too. I'm going to ask you, now don't jump ahead because you kind of know what's coming, but don't jump ahead. If I just asked you, what would make for a good week? All right, now you can take a minute and you can write those things down or collect them in your head. What would make for a good week in the coming 7 days? Okay, you have your list now, I hope. And I imagine, if you didn't look ahead too much and cheat in this little exercise, you probably have a list of, a lot of things that you need these things to go right. You want these things to go right? Like you want all green lights when you're going somewhere. You want the test from the doctor's office to come back in a healthy way. You need this person to call you back, or you need this person to do this thing for you, right? When we think about that question, those are the kinds of things we often think about. Now, ask your soul. Soul, what would make for a good week for us? What would make for a good week? Take a moment and process, have that inner conversation with yourself. All right, was that a different conversation? Okay. I'm going to give you now 4 questions that you can ask your soul throughout the day. Maybe you want to do one each day over the next week or the coming days. And have these conversations with your soul within you. And again, let your body be a part of this conversation, your senses, let your gut, Let your soul, let your mind, let your whole self be a part of these conversations and see the different angles, the different perspectives that exist even within yourself. All right, so here are the 4 questions. What is bringing us life right now? What are we grieving right now? What do we most deeply need right now? Where are we finding hope? I phrase those questions as we's, not as we as a church or we as a family, but we as all of the different parts of ourselves. That is who's having this conversation as you reflect on these questions. Friends, may your thirsty souls find streams of living water. May you find the voice of God in the community of wisdom within your being. And may your words, your thoughts, your actions become refreshing oases to your neighbors wandering in the dry land. Go in peace. May Christ be with you.